Welcome to the Holding Hands and Throwing Fists podcast. I got the mic.
And I have the opinions.
Friends and listeners, welcome to Season 10, Episode 2, entitled New York City Knockouts.
Love it.
New York, what's up?
We're back. Episode 1 of Season 10 was a little rough.
We were a little rusty. We had to shake off the cobwebs.
Isn't that wild how quickly that happens?
I mean, it was like a solid 4 months.
Yeah, but we both are in jobs where we're regularly speaking to people.
Yeah, and now we're recording after a day of work, so we're locked and loaded.
And
loopy. We had Season 1, or Episode 1 rather, was on Saturday when we were like, chill, man.
Yeah, man. We're back. We're really back.
Yeah, get to work. Tell the people what they missed this weekend.
The UFC was at MSG, and it was an amazing success. The UFC celebrated the 30th anniversary with great class, and we decided to save our money and go to sleep early.
We didn't go to MSG or pay for the pay-per-view.
So we missed a main card where all 5 fights ended with a finish.
Pause. I just saw on Instagram on the train ride home that it's the shortest card fight time-wise of the entire year.
I heard on my drive home that the total fight time was 11 minutes.
That's insane.
Which means, if I know me, and I think I know me pretty well, I would have been right pissed to fucking see the same promos and the same commercials. So as good as the fights were, they still made sure it went past midnight. It's not like it was over by 11. So potato. George subscribed back to Fight Pass again for the 4th time after canceling it 3 other times. So we'll be able to watch the card in a few weeks.
With fast forwarding.
Even better. We did watch the early prelims and listen to a couple of free watch parties on YouTube. And so you don't have to. Here's a fast recap. Alex Pereira is Team New York right now. He's 3-0 in the Garden with 2 championship victories. That's incredible. That actually is incredible.
The one fight that wasn't a championship victory was over my Greek guy, Adrian Michailidis. It was his first fight in the UFC. Yeah.
Dang. So Pereira beat Jiří Procházka in a stunning fashion. Some people thought it was an early stoppage, and that was one of the free watch parties we were listening to on YouTube. I woke up to hear that it seemed like an early stoppage, but it looked pretty violent to us from the clips that we saw. And then after the fight, Jiří himself came out and said, "Nah, I was knocked out." There goes any possible talking or any BS that people want to bring up, but also kind of damn Jiří for being so honest and a true samurai. He could have had an argument. He's
honest and truthful to a fault. You know, he gave up that belt when he didn't have to because of his shoulder injury.
Gosh,
remember?
Yeah.
So there's people are not like that anymore.
Yeah. Also noteworthy is that Mackenzie Dern lost to Jessica Andrade in an embarrassing way. She just couldn't hang, and it looked like she didn't even want to be there anymore after Andrade attacked her legs with kicks. So I don't know. Inside tip here. It looks like Jessica's ex will be getting more money than Mackenzie Dern's ex.
Oof, that's rough. All right, we got a special thing from this past weekend. Good guy alert. Wee-oo. Our boy from Astoria, Queens, Jared Gordon, beat the Olympian Mark Madsen with the vicious TKO. Side note, Mark Madsen, who was an Olympic wrestler, I believe in Greco, his walkout music was the Olympic theme song, which is pretty freaking cool.
Good. It was really good.
Well, anyway, Jared had a full circle moment telling the story about how he used to shoot heroin in Penn Station when he was at his rock bottom, and now he's come all the way to the top with a stunning victory in MSG. He also came to train at Renzos Monday morning, which was really, really awesome. Our coach, Mike, started class with some really nice words about how dedicated he is because Mike was Jared's coach for a long time, and how dedicated he is to getting better at all facets of life. So we're beyond stoked stoked that he got a much-needed victory after 2 back-to-back bullshit fights, which included Patty getting a robbery victory over him and a no contest with Bobby Green that I totally forgot about until I looked at his Wikipedia when they had an accidental clash of heads. Jared, you're a great fighter and a champion for those in recovery and trying to stay on the path. You're a good guy. Also, shout out to his team who came to train as well on Monday. There was great energy all around in the room, and they were the fucking coolest people. And I never want to talk about what happens in the training room, but it was just so positive, and it was so cool. And I'm so happy that he had such a positive experience this past weekend. But then I think he did tweet. I saw him earlier today. He's like, so kind of like, now what? And I'm like, that's kind of rough, dude. But it's a lot less rough than, losing. For
sure.
So shouts out to Jordan. Jared. Jared.
We've
Jordan,
done
Gordon.
that before.
Yeah.
Put Jared and Gordon together.
There's also something else that happened. I had the link over here, but it disappeared. But there was a draw. And as you know, we are a post-draw podcast. There was a draw that fight.
Post-draw?
What did I say?
We're a post-draw podcast?
No, pro.
Oh, I couldn't even figure out what you were trying to say.
No,
Sorry.
I'm trying to find the
Doesn't
link
even
that
matter.
I lost. My boss just sent me a Slack, and you know what? I'm just like, why are we here? We're here to talk about MMA fashion.
That
go.
is why we're here. MMA Fashion Presents Buffies Blazies. Did you guys pick up on that last episode? I was so out of it. I called him Buffy. What the fuck?
I know, but I think I like Buffies
It's kind
Blazies
of
better.
cute. It's kind of cute. So for this UFC event, we told you that they were celebrating their 30-year anniversary. Venom put out a special edition drop called UFC Adrenaline.
Yeah, man.
And it looks pretty cool. But, friends, guess what the color palette was? Green and silver!
Dude.
Just like how we called it on episode 1 of this season.
That's how locked in
we are. Locked in.
That's how locked in
Granted,
we are.
I was wrong because Bruce Buffer's blazer was not green, but the whole damn theme of the evening was green and silver, just like the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is, I think, something else that the UFC is trying to ride the coattails of. Anyway, so George did win. Bruce Buffer wore a silver pattern and silver pattern blazer with cobalt blue lapels. So, babe, congratulations.
Thanks.
I kind of like guessing for every week what the announcer is going to wear.
Well, what's this weekend? I guess we'll get to it later, but I don't think Bruce is working this weekend.
I don't think Bruce is working this weekend. And if it's not Bruce, it's usually pretty classic black, right? So I wish Bruce Buffer got the memo with silver and green, but that's all right. He still looked great. Our Queens correspondent, Andreas, and Trader, who has new friends that we don't even know about, anyway, said he loved the blazer. I thought it was good. Not as great as New York deserves. What did you think, babe?
It's all right. It's classic Bruce. He's done this a couple times. It's good. I would give it like a B plus. You know what I mean? Like,
fair. That's solid.
It was good. He looked great. I expect a little bit more. I'm a little selfish because this is the New York episode and we're New York people, and I've realized
Plus the 30th anniversary.
Plus the 30th anniversary. But what's gonna happen? But everyone else looked great. I know that you got a couple more notes over here, but I also have voice memos from us that we were talking about live, so I might insert them here unless you want to give some of your little.
No, you know what? Just
here.
insert that in there.
Right here.
MMA Fashion, we're going to analyze the looks of John Anik, Joe Rogan, and Daniel Cormier. Babe?
For John Anik, I will give him a boring. Joe Rogan is boring, but in black. And DC wins the most boring. What the fuck, fellas?
Dress it up. You're in New York. What's up with Megan's outfit tonight?
Well, babe, Megan clearly understood the assignment. She's got maroon on maroon on maroon, all silk, plus she got her hoops on. She's in New York.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell fucking yeah. Let's go, Megan.
All right. Can I get on with something that's not very much fashion, but still pretty cool and about like style. So there's a video of Alex Pereira getting a blue Lamborghini, and we're not car guys, you and I, but it was pretty cool. In the video, he's clearly like super excited because he's growing up, especially growing up poor from Brazil and all that, and finally being able to afford a Lambo is a big deal, and it's evident in the top comment on YouTube, which said only a Lambo can get Poatan to smile. So
great.
shout out to hilarious and positive YouTube comments, which are few and far between.
True.
Everybody just talk shit. I have a new thing that's, because we're just doing new things all the time, called MMA Twitter Minute. But I think we're already kind of jam-packed this episode, and I ain't really got nothing. And also, man, I'm really getting loose with just muting people on Twitter. I don't even want to block people, because then on MMA Twitter, they always take a screenshot as like a source of pride to be like, this person blocked me. Like, I just want to mute. I just want all you guys to shut the fuck up, because none of you guys have anything that's relevant, and you guys just want to start beef all the fucking time. So that's my MMA Twitter minute.
All right, let's get to something positive then.
So I put up a question on Instagram, and I was like, yo, hit us up with give us a voicemail, let us know your questions and comments and all that stuff, whatever.
You're still going through all of them, right?
Of course, yeah. There's so many, but the one that popped up to the top, and it was asked by many people, but I'll shout out my boy Ethan for really asking, was since there was last minute replacements this past pay-per-view, right? Mm-hmm. What are the best last minute replacement pay-per-views of all time? So you gotta go. I didn't think of even this one first, but I'm going to go with Conor Nate 1, right? Because that really changed the whole trajectory of the UFC. Everybody knows about it. Conor was supposed to fight Rafael dos Anjos to be champ, but then Rafael hurt his rib. So then Nate stepped in straight off of the boat from Cabo after drinking Patron and famously choked Conor out, right? That's my number 2. My number 1 that I thought of immediately that was such a big deal, and I swear it's going to all tie together, was Bisping Rockhold 2, right? Rockhold had beaten Bisping the first time pretty convincingly from what I remember. I definitely saw that. And then in the second fight, Bisping was shooting a movie, I think in like Canada or something. So he stepped in. It always seems like 12 days notice is when everything happens.
Yeah.
Because I know that Chad was 12 days notice on Conor, and this other thing was 12 days. So I think, whatever, Bisping and Rockhold 2 was something similar. So he's shooting a movie, not really training, came in, knocked out Rockhold cold.
Excellent.
Put the bow on his whole freaking career, finally achieving UFC champion status, right? And why it ties into this that's so cool is that Bisping's boy, fellow Englishman, heavyweight Tommy Aspinall.
Tommy Aspinall.
Aspinall.
Tommy
Aspinall. He stepped in on short notice. I think the order of operations was that he accepted the fight, then pulled his back, blew his back out.
Actually, no. I believe he had pulled his back the day before he accepted the fight.
Oh, shit. Well, whatever. Close enough. So, had a bad back, came in on freaking short notice, and how'd he win again? He freaking knocked out. Yeah, in the first round. Pavlovich.
So he might be the best last minute.
Dude, he might be definitely in the top 3 to top 5. So there you go, Eighth, and all the hundreds of people who asked the same question.
Yes, Ethan, I apologize. I did not do my due diligence to come up with a great answer. But what I will tell you is there have been at least 500 last minute replacements on UFC cards. At least 500. Not specific to pay-per-view, so I think that was part of your question. But still, that just goes to show you how many replacements there were.
500.
And I, one day, will go through them all and figure out which one I think is best. And that's that.
Is that what you were looking at? I thought you were looking at odds.
Yeah,
you were just...
that is what I was looking at.
Jesus.
All right. This is a really quick segment right now. We introduced it in episode 1 of this season. It was George's idea, but I fucking love it. The segment is MMA even fun anymore?
Damn.
So you know what? So far, it's pretty fucking fun. Bill Burr's wife was at this UFC event, I would imagine with Bill Burr, but I didn't actually see him.
Yeah, they were next to each other. Yeah.
And there's a picture and video, of course, of Bill Burr's wife giving Donald Trump the middle finger. How fun is that?
It's pretty fun. She's a G, for real.
And while we're at it, to make MMA continue to be fun, Holding Hands and Throwing Fists would like to start a petition. We want Chito Vera to be allowed to come out with Action Bronson in his next fight for the belt against Sugar Sean.
Bro, absolutely. Absolutely. So Chito, we went to the MMA Hour live last Friday. We talked about it in episode 1. And Chito was saying for the past 6 fights, he's been asking for Action Bronson to come out. And the UFC kept saying no. And he said he's still going to keep trying to do it, whatever. But it's a championship fight, dude. It's a championship fight. And there's precedent for it. That's what's important, I think.
That is what's so important.
Yeah, because Conor walked out with Sinead O'Connor, R.I.P., and Chad Mendes walked out with Everlast, I think, if I remember correctly. But whatever, Conor walked out with Sinead O'Connor, which was awesome. And Izzy has done multiple rounds of cool entrances as he's defending his belt. So there's precedence for it, and it's really cool. But so the whole thing started off with Chito saying that he wanted Action Bronson to walk out with him, and then Ariel was like, yeah, you should just, be rapping and stuff like that. And Chito's like, no, I just want him to have the mic and talk shit, which would be pretty freaking hilarious.
Yeah, which is probably why the UFC is like, Urgh.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you never know. I think this could happen. Honestly, I do think this could happen.
We're going to clip it and put it up and get behind it, everybody. Let's go, Chito. Let's go, Action.
All right, babe. Let's look forward. Not a lot to say, but we're back in it. There's a card this Saturday.
It's 5 p.m. main card, so we love that. Chase Hooper's on it, so what's up? I've been following him on Twitter. He's a great follow, but I have nothing committed to memory that's worthwhile talking about. The main event is Brendan Allen versus Paul Craig. I'm cool with that. I want to see Paul Craig. I don't know. Wait, who the hell is Brendan Allen again?
Brendan Allen is American, not to be confused with Arnold Allen, who is the English guy. And
Brendan Loughnane, who's the Irish guy.
Yeah!
So I was thinking of all 3 of them, but let's go Paul Craig. Let's get a Kimura over here.
All right. Allen is on a 5-fight win streak, but when I was looking up this fight and saw the picture of these 2 gentlemen, we're going to call this main event Battle of the Hair.
What?
Yeah. Everyone take a look at Brendan Allen and Paul Craig. Let's see just who wins the hair battle. And one of the reasons you come to Holding Hands for your MMA news is that we give you that good shit. Paul Craig went to Turkey and got hair implants, but they're working and looking really good. So let us know whose hair you think looks better.
I think Action Bronson got that done too.
Oh my God, is this the hair implant episode?
I mean, whatever, dude. The soul. I mean, all respect to everybody and stuff, and my cultural neighbors and stuff. But the soles of these feet will never step foot on Turkish soil unless they're going to Hagia Sophia. You heard?
Good.
But also, they need to bring that technology here already. Goddamn it! What the fuck? I got a scratched forehead. Thanks, Tab.
Now.
Bald ass head.
All right, this is the perfect opportunity.
And I'm trying to segue into the next fucking segment.
Fighting!
You bunch of fuckers. No fighting. No fucking fighting. No fucking
fighting. Interestingly, our first no fighting of last season had to do with books and a reading goal. Since then, one of our listeners, Melissa, has hit her goal. Hell yeah.
And I've gotten farther and farther away from my goal.
No, George is going to get it. I feel it. I think I'm 5 books away from my goal. And so as soon as we're done here, I am going to wrap it up and read. And kind of related to the reading thing is David Goggins. He came up because apparently he's helping to train Tony Ferguson before his fight against Paddy Pimblett next month. Some people like RDA and Chael Sonnen commented that they thought Goggins style workouts weren't necessarily good for the aging Ferguson, and he's already mentally strong. But I want to talk about David Goggins. Even though it kind of was related to fighting, it's not really. Babe, what are your thoughts on Goggins as a trainer, a writer, a motivational speaker?
All right, so first off, I'm going to say respect to David Goggins. I got no beef with him. I think he's awesome. I think Inspiration's good, and I've read I read his first book, and I really enjoyed it, and I did find it helpful. But I got to say, this motherfucker has hurt me probably more than anyone else in jiu-jitsu in the past fucking 9 years. I've just been like, yeah, I'm going to freaking go and do mad push-ups and then fuck up my shoulder and then tweak my neck and do all this stuff. And I know he also says, too, he does warn against that. I give him that he's like, I'm crazy, meaning I, David Goggins, am crazy. Don't do what I do. But it's hard when you get that little spark of inspiration to be like, yeah, I'm going to go do something I'm not really capable of doing. And I think it's... Honestly, I think it's pretty fucking dangerous. I find it. For me, and especially, man, Tony's old enough. He's been through enough fucking wear and tear. Dude, he doesn't need to be throwing up on the Stairmaster and all that stuff. But if it suits you, it's cool. But also, man, I gotta say, this whole thing about discipline in general, like, yes, discipline is important and it's all good. But you don't gotta grind yourself, man. Like, I wake up, I go to the gym. Can I go more and can I do more? Of course. But like, I'm pretty disciplined already, man. And I'm not making myself feel like shit. Like my boy Saeed told me one time, he goes, if you think I'm not disciplined, there's something wrong with you. Your eyes are fucking wrong. Cause I'm over here and I'm putting in work all the time. So I think a lot of people need that shit. And they need, especially if you're in a really bad place and you need something to like change things up. But like largely, man, me and the people in my life are already, you know, look at you too. You're up every fucking day training. It's helpful, but like you don't need to go and then 10x your output.
Yes.
And I think that most of these guys, man, like even like the Jockos and all them, like they're really cool and I think they're important. But also, you know what I've been thinking about, dude? These motherfuckers got deep trauma, dude. And I can't even whatever, man. Thank God, bro. Bless this shit, but like it's crazy.
Is David Goggins the stay hard? Is that his? Cool.
Yeah.
So because this was unintentionally the New York City Knockouts or New York Knockouts episode, I just learned David Goggins is from Buffalo, New York. So perfect way to end this New York chapter of season 10.
Yo, I'm going to tell you what ChatGPT just told me. It said, listen now on your favorite platform, link in bio. I'm not sure that we're on your favorite platform, especially as we've been hearing people asking to get us on Spotify. Who knows about that happening? And then the link in bio, probably not. So hashtag New York City Knockouts. Till we see you next time. Yo, my bad. I totally forgot that I wanted to show you this, so I'm going to show it to you right now. We're going to get a live reaction. This is a new thing that we're going to do. So it's MMA Fashion, and I'm going to show you some looks. This is the stare down between Tommy Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich. What do you think of their looks? Live reaction, babe.
Live reaction. I love a good neutral, believe it or not. And Sergey had on nice cream pants and a darker khaki jacket. Both fit well. Cream sweater underneath. Honestly, I would have given Pavlovich the win here. Tommy Aspinall looks like he's from England. And you know, that's not a good look.
That floral shirt is definitely from River Island.
Yep, tucked in. Not for me.
Let's look at number 2. This is Jiří Procházka and Poatan's face-off.
All right. I had seen Yuri's green blazer, which is maybe what had influenced my mind somehow to think Bruce should have it. He looks incredible.
It's velvet though too. Don't get it twisted.
What? Oh, did I not say velvet?
It's green velvet.
Oof, incredible. Alex doesn't look great, but I guess he spent more time practicing his fighting than on his wardrobe.
Alex would look great if we were like on the beach in April or something like that. Like it's a little like it's a vacation outfit for sure. And then last, I got this one. This one's really good. This is Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera.
Yes, believe it or not. So we're big Chito fans here. We used to be big Sugar fans, but then we went off him, and now I think we're coming around again because he's being less obnoxious. I'm feeling Sugar's look a little bit more, way more understated. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains potentially, and now the big belt. I'm liking that. Dark look, Gucci sneakers. Chito just has 8 trillion colors on. Again, I know this is shocking for me, but it's not not for me.
Yeah, bro. But, look at Chito. He's rocking the Mets hat.
Appreciate
which
that.
is nice because it's also like a dark navy Mets hat, which is cool. The puffer, all right, it's a little whatever, but he's wearing denim shorts, and each leg is a different wash, which is
Right,
kind of
that's
cool.
why it feels all a lot.
It's a little much, but whatever, man. My
Not
boys
bad,
in New
not
York, let
bad.
them have fun.
Not bad.